Hey business owners, do you find it hard to update your Google profile? What does Google actually want from you? When you do add stuff it asks for, it just seems to ignore it, reject it, or just glitches. The only good news is this happens to everyone. Google's video uploads often fail, social media links, posts, services, photos are often rejected, or often changed by other users. It's really frustrating. So, what's the solution? Well, recently 5,500 businesses were analysed and the results were staggering. So in this email, I'll cover the 5 things that keep glitching, how to resolve these traps, why Google does them, and what 50,000 deleted reviews across 5,500 businesses revealed. So let's take the first one, glitch number 1. These I've seen changing a lot recently. Not only are they often rejected when you add them, but then on occasions they get pulled from not even within Google. They come from even outside Google, I've seen. This is why you need to be really consistent when you start adding to your brand. What do you notice then about these 3 pictures? Now, if you're on a podcast, you won't be able to see this, but basically the top one shows a brochure that I've produced that's free for download. The second one shows a photo that's been added to my photos, and the third one shows my logo being designed. These are all photos that I've added over time. In all 3 cases, I've not made a change to the cover photo. Now, the cover photo is normally where you control these photos. It's not the one being shown at the moment, though. You notice even the map changes on those images to some degree, so often even the types of changes that you see are layout changes to the profile. So be aware that any photo associated with your brand that Google finds could be used as the main profile page of your business. So what does that mean for you? Well, keep your photos professional and unique to avoid being rejected. And then when you do upload them, understand that Google also may use them. So why does Google do this? Well, it's not a glitch as such, but Google is split testing and running various experiments to see what type of photo works best for your business and for various audiences within your categories. Okay, let's come on to glitch number 2 then. Is this a glitch? These are constantly being changed. They're even affecting your ranking in a negative or positive way, and I'm referring to these. So here's a picture, and you can see these edited services. So services were changed based on feedback from Google users. So some of these things, these changes have been made. They're services that I do, but not ones that I've added myself. And some may potentially be different to what I would use currently on my website. Anyway, even when you add a service and a category and add useful text to them, Google still decides to make changes. And if it doesn't think it represents your brand, it will make edits too. And often these are made by outsiders, that they're suggesting things as well, and sometimes these stick. So what does this mean for you? Well, keep an eye on them. Services should be justifiable from your website and other citations, and obviously you want them to represent what you do. So make sure services and your website are similar. Why does Google do this? Well, Google wants to control and build an accurate picture without being limited to categories alone. So it's a less risky way of getting external customer input about your business. Right, this is a big glitch for me. Glitch number 3. It seems although Google recently gave us a brilliant tool to add links to our social profile, because in the past we used to just hope that the spider would find our social profiles out there, now you can actually add your own profiles to your Google business profile. So these are social profiles, as in social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and so on. Despite several efforts though to remove Instagram on my account and add YouTube, nothing seems to change. YouTube just won't show for me. And I don't understand why, because my YouTube channel is obviously my biggest way of getting business to my business. So it's a really strange setup. Anyway, I've added it several times, I've changed the order, it makes no difference. Originally I had 5 links and they were all showing. Then I decided to get rid of Instagram and then suddenly it disappeared, YouTube. And an experiment then took place. I tried a few things, but I couldn't get the order back. I couldn't get YouTube to show. Instagram continues to show when I try and delete it. It's really frustrating. So experiment after experiment, and then Google's did their own experiments too, where they made the knowledge panel thinner, so that only showed 4, not 5. So one way or another, it seems that I can't get my YouTube back, but I can see 4 rather than 5. So what are my glitches and my complaints here with YouTube and with Google? Well, bearing in mind YouTube is owned by Google, so they do know about it, but you can't change the order of these links, first of all. So no matter what order you put them in, you've got no control. It's not alphabetical. It's not the order that you enter them. I can't delete Instagram for some reason. I can't add YouTube. It just doesn't show it. And I have a podcast with SoundCloud, and I think I saw SoundCloud as an icon on there once. But having said that, I couldn't prove it for this particular podcast and email. I've tried several tricks, but nothing seems to work. And in the end, I've just given up. Let it be a Google glitch. Google glitch won the war. So what does it mean for you? Just check your social profile links and make sure that they also reflect what you want them to. And comment below if they don't. I'd like to know what changes you've tried to make and whether you managed to control the order. And why does Google do this? Well, like many things, it was a great update, but only half-baked. It doesn't really work quite yet. Right, glitch number 4. Wonder if this has happened to you. When you update an offer, a post, an event, or a product, and you then suddenly find it's just rejected, and you don't know why. There's nothing wrong with it. Well, simply put, Google is doing everything it can to keep visitors on Google. That means it doesn't like things taking customers away from Google, and they've got strict rules for content. So I've got a picture here that says your post was removed because it violates one or more of the post content policies. So there are policies that you need to be familiar with, and here it just says not approved. Also, a video uploaded, but this was rejected, possibly because it had a logo on, I'm not too sure. But whether it's video uploads, images or posts, you may experience this, rejections and approvals not happening. Is it a glitch? Not really. It's just a controlling mechanism from Google. So what does that mean for you? You just need to be aware that any call to action that you make within the text, any phone numbers you add within the image, or probably even anything that suggests that it's going to take someone out of Google, then it may well be flagged and rejected. Now, it may well get picked up because Google has some clever bots here, so there's not always a manual look at it because there's just too many things for them to check. Why does Google do this? Well, because they like to annoy you. That's a joke. Because they want to control the interaction with customers, and like I mentioned before, they want to keep the call to actions within the Google control area. So that means in the data like directions, bookings, calls and other traffic variables are considered more accurate and helpful. As you can see here in my picture, that the interactions now make more sense if you know that they're kept within Google themselves. So let's look at our final glitch, number 5, where Google keeps asking for you to give reviews or to get reviews. Get your first review, share a review, get a customer review. You know, I get that come up even when I've just got a review that's come through that day. So it seems they're quite intent on getting reviews. Localo is a great company that I've worked with for many years now, and they recently analysed 50,000 deleted reviews because, of course, that's one of the big problems you get. You get reviews, they don't get shown or they get deleted. So they studied 5,500 businesses and they found a staggering 89.6% of deleted reviews were 5-star reviews. Now, there's a link to that article if you've got my email. What does that mean for you? Getting 5-star reviews comes at a risk. So as much as we encourage authenticity in reviews, sometimes a 5-star review could be actually not appearing at all because it's a 5-star review. So the more natural your 5-star review sounds, the safer it is in Google's algorithm. So encourage your customers to review you, and then also get them to review you on other trusted platforms too. So then if it doesn't go through Google, it will still be found. Google still gives credit through Facebook, Yelp, TripAdvisor, Trustpilot and so on. And that will also boost your rankings and reputation. So it's not always a lost cause if you can't get the review to show on Google. Certain sites are favoured, so your industry basically will decide on what ones are favoured more. If you look at reviews on the web under your business, you may see then which platforms are particularly favoured by Google for your category. So why does Google do this? Well, wondering why reviews disappear and then appear again weeks later? Well, that's down to the fact that 77% of deleted reviews can take up to 10 days before they're removed. So you might find it appears for a while and then disappears. I've had that quite often. And then sometimes spam filters change and it then reappears again. Google's algorithm takes time to analyse, sometimes only deleting reviews or tracking them for a while. So I hope that's been useful. Let me know by replying in this email if you have any questions. Have a great day, and don't forget, if you want me to help you in your business, then let's make it happen with a link in the email below.